on his return. He takes a drop in class, as does Saki City, who's got such a good record at Wetherby. He won there last season. He was second twice, but his 2 runs there this term haven't been great, and he has his sights lowered considerably by Phil Kirby for owner Jane Civils, of course, who's had so much fun and success with Lady Buttons, now retired Lady Buttons, in recent seasons. So 6 runners for the opening seller. The flag is up, and poised is Tim Peters.
Thanks, David. Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. It's not stopped raining here since the morning, and it's continuing all through the afternoon. Could get very demanding on that hurdles course today. So they've been called in. They're off. Racing then for the Join Racing TV, now conditional jockeys selling hurdle. They're racing over 2 miles and 4.5 furlongs. Mr. Caffrey upsides the red headgear of Perfect Man and Niblawi, with a noseband and the blue colours, head towards the first flight. In behind them is Saki City with Stoneford, and Wicked Willie was a little bit ponderous over the first flight, has been chasing of late. As they race around the top bend, they've cleared the first of 10 flights of hurdles. So Perfect Man switching back to hurdles himself today, going on by a length to Mr. Caffrey, the Taunton winner last time. Then on the inside in the blue is Niblawi for Harry Reid. Upside Saki City. Joe Williamson, purple with the triple white diamond, also wearing a noseband. Then they're followed by Stoneford, Danny McMenamin, the colours of Neville Ender. And then at the back of the field are the yellow cap, Wicked Willie and Jack Savage, heading down the home straight for the first time, going pretty steady. Now Perfect Man, we know, can stay further out in front. He won't want to go too slow, and he's leading here under Callum McInnes. So in second place, Mr. Caffrey, as they clear the second flight. Niblawi tucked in behind. Then comes Saki City with getting cover Stoneford, and right down this near side, Wicked Willie for Jack Savage for the Nigel Twiston Davis yard, as there's a long run towards flight number 3. And leading is Perfect Man. Perfect Man then going on from Niblawi in second alongside Mr. Caffrey, with Colleen Leonard on board. Then comes Saki City and Joe Williamson in 4th position, followed by Stoneford, and right down this near side is Wicked Willie. This is flight number 3. Perfect Man didn't get that high, got over safely though from Mr. Caffrey and Niblawi as they make their way down towards the next flight. Saki City tucks in behind runners. Right on that far rail is Stoneford, and then Wicked Willie down the near side as they clear flight number 4. So all 6 have cleared the first 4 flights of hurdles. They've got a circuit to race and 6 left to jump in this Join Racing TV, now conditional jockeys selling hurdle. Perfect Man out in front by a length and a half to Niblawi, who's just in second ahead of Mr. Caffrey. Then comes Saki City alongside Stoneford. And at the back of the field is Wicked Willie, but very much in touch. Only 5 lengths separates the sextet as they race out onto their final circuit. And they've got 3 down the far side of the course. Perfect Man going on by a length to Niblawi. Mr. Caffrey continues to run slightly wider. Saki City on the outside of Stoneford. And then comes Wicked Willie, who's about 4 or 5 lengths off the pace. First flight down the back straight, which have all taken okay. And still leading is Perfect Man. Perfect Man going on then from Niblawi on the inside of Mr. Caffrey. Then comes Stoneford up on the inside of Saki City. And then Wicked Willie is about 4 lengths off the pace as they make their way towards the middle flight down the back stretch. Perfect Man in front still by a length and a half. Perfect Man comes towards the next flight, jumps it well. Wicked Willie went slightly out to the left, was a little bit awkward. A reminder on landing for Stoneford, as Perfect Man continues to lead. Perfect Man from the strong travelling Niblawi. Mr. Caffrey is on the heels of the leaders, out wider Wicked Willie. Stoneford's on the inside, and then we have got Saki City. But again, only about 3-4 lengths separates the 6 runners as they make their way towards the final flight. They'll start to climb towards it as they reach the farthest point from the stands down the back straight. Perfect Man in front still from Niblawi, continues to take a pull in second place. Mr. Caffrey and Wicked Willie out wider. Saki City and Stoneford is the one who's struggling in behind. So here's that final flight down the back straight, 4 from the finish. Good jump by Perfect Man. Niblawi pretty much half a length down, now tucks back in a length behind this leader, followed by Saki City. Mr. Caffrey's come under pressure, then comes Wicked Willie and a long gap back to Stoneford. So still Perfect Man in front from Niblawi and Saki City. These 3 going on from Wicked Willie. The ridden along Mr. Caffrey is toiling at the moment, and a long gap back to Stoneford. So Perfect Man still travels pretty well in the lead from Niblawi, who's gone powerfully to this point in second. Then comes Saki City. Wicked Willie starting to stay on. Then comes Mr. Caffrey in 5th position, trying to improve again. as they make their way down towards the final 3 flights of hurdles. Stoneford is all but pulled up at the back, so heading towards 3 out. Perfect Man injecting more tempo to the race. Heads towards it, leads by a length to Nablawi, who still travels well in second. Saki City can't go with them, neither can Wicked Willie now, who's under pressure. Mr. Caffrey's been well and truly dropped, heading towards the final 2 flights. Perfect Man trying to run the finish out of Nablawi. These two have it between them then, heading towards the final 2 flights. Perfect Man in front, Nablawi coming under pressure, half a length down, but it's still Perfect Man who has the lead. Perfect Man now by a length to Nablawi, heading towards the final 2 flights. They're clear of Wicked Willie and Saki City. Perfect Man over by a length, Nablawi over in second place. They're about 20 lengths clear of Wicked Willie and Saki City. Heading to the final flight is Perfect Man in front, Nablawi trying to get back on terms as they head towards the final flight. Perfect Man from Nablawi. Here's the final flight, not much between them. Perfect Man still just about in the lead, but Nablawi trying to get up sides. Perfect Man still in front from Nablawi, about a length between them. Perfect Man continues to respond for Callum McInnes. Nablawi's a length down, desperately trying to get on terms under Harry Reid, but Perfect Man has the answers and pretty much makes all. Perfect Man wins for Ollie Murphy and Callum McInnes. In second place was Nablawi.